Okay, welcome to the tutorial from Double Dragon for the Sega Master System. This is actually a really good port from the arcade for the 8-bit console. It makes a lot of fun. Yeah, Double Dragon, fighting game, same idea like Final Fight or Streets of Rage, like these games where you're fighting and continuing in stages. The story of Double Dragon, long story short, your girlfriend gets kidnapped and you have to rescue her. You can play in a two-player mode, what is a cool feature to an 8-bit console, because in Double Dragon for the NES, for example, you can only play with one player. And this one is like a real accurate port from the arcade, so they placed the enemies in the same position, they made the stages the same, and even the music was like remastered or done for the 8-bit console in the same way. So you have actually the arcade game one-to-one. Of course, they could not copy everything, but it was like you definitely feel like you play the arcade version. Yeah, so far from the background of Double Dragon, you have 4 missions to beat, and as you can see on my timer, that's why I have it on. We start with minus 9 seconds, 0.89. It's like kind of the number I did for like from the start button until you gain control. So in the moment when you gain control, you can press start. You can also do it manually if you want, but it's actually better to just put the number in the live split or in your timer and then start with minus 9.89. In the moment when you press start here, timer goes down, and in the moment you gain control, the timer starts actually. So timer stops in the moment when you get the mission complete screen. It's like bonus complete. So all the enemies have to be out of the screen and disappear, and then you finished the game and you see the happy ending. I only explain now the one-player mode, where you directly get your girlfriend back. In the two-player mode, actually, you fight your brother, and whoever wins gets the girlfriend. What is kind of weird, but in that time in the 80s, it was like typical that they have some kind of weird ending. So yeah, Jimmy and Billy, these are the names of the brothers, and I think Jimmy is the one who is like with a girlfriend together. But if you play with 2 players, Jimmy and Billy fight, and if Billy wins, Billy has the girlfriend. It's like officially able to cheat on his brother, what is kind of shitty weird, but okay, whatever. The story is like it is. Another note for Double Dragon fans. Interesting thing in Double Dragon 2, actually your girlfriend gets killed from I don't know, maybe the brother of the end boss what you kill. I don't remember what was this thing, but like it starts that your girlfriend gets killed. Good job, very good. Really crazy. But yeah, Double Dragon really good. I think it's called beat 'em up, this kind of style and kind of gameplay. So you only can continue when you are finishing the enemies on the screen. You can not move until a specific point, only if you like get all the enemies in one screen out. You can continue to the next screen and until the end boss, and when you beat the end boss you finish the mission and go to the next one. So let's start with just the explanation what is important in this run. So if you press button 1 and button 2 together and you're standing, you make a roundhouse kick, and always in the other opposite way, like when you're looking to the left, you make a roundhouse kick to the right. And if you're walking to one direction, you can make a long kick. That is like one of the most important attacks in this game. With a long kick, this one, you can actually even hit more than one enemy when they are like lined up. And yeah, button 2 is punching and button 1 is kicking. And if you are like holding left and press button 2, you make in the opposite side an elbow. And yeah, we also use the elbow, so depends. Like the strongest attack is the kick together with the elbow and the roundhouse kick. These are like the strongest ones. And yeah, the enemies are, sometimes they are running away, sometimes they come to you. Depends how the other enemies are here. But yeah, you see like elbowing and kicking. So the first enemies, the first 4, let's say, first mission, every enemy directly gets on his, like, gets fallen when he gets hit from a big kick, like from this one, or from an elbow, and or a roundhouse kick. And second mission the same, but they have more energy and it goes up to mission 3 and 4, where you have to hit them multiple times that they are actually falling down. So yeah, like I said, most important thing is set up the enemies in the same place, like bring them together if you can, and try to get them all together in like in the same jump. And when you killed all in the screen, this thump is coming that you go to the other side. In the top left you have your lives and your health bar, and you can get until 5 red quarters, and when you like lose or you get fallen twice with 5 reds, you lose a life, and it doesn't even matter so much until mission 4, because in mission 4 you don't have any more continues, only if you do a special trick, what I will show you later. So until mission 4 you have infinite continues, so you don't have to worry. The only thing is when you die, of course, you lose time, and but yeah, you can continue over and over again. Press continue. Since we are not trying to get points here, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, this is like the basic stuff what I wanted to explain. So first screen, 4 enemies. This guy you just try to spawn down, and then you have to kick him 4 times to the right. I will show you that whole mission again after, and then you have this, I don't know this item, what it's called, but this is like an item what normally the enemies have. What you normally do is like you open this, so the abobo is coming out. The abobo needs 2, the other guy needs 1. A whip, yeah, sorry, exactly, thank you very much. So there's a way how to play this level. Here you have 2 guys. In the moment when you're going out of this, you have not the whip anymore. And then here's 1 more enemy. And this enemy can just come here up. And you throw this. With button 2 you actually can pick this up. And with button 2 you also can throw it. And then comes the end boss, abobo. And we use here the kick as a double attack, and as you can see, I had like 2 times I was on the ground and then I lost life. So this is the first mission, and yeah, it's actually very simple, and you just have to hit him, I don't know, 7 times, 6 times, I don't remember, and then 1 more time and then he's dead. And in the moment when bonus point comes, you beat the mission, you go to the next mission. So I will show you that first mission again in a fast way, and then I show you the specialties about mission 2, mission 3, mission number 4, so on. So yeah, beat them up. You mostly start with kicking. You try to get, if possible, many guys to the same place. Like you can hit, as you can see, 2 in a row. The fourth one is only coming when the other 3 are gone, and all need 4. And yeah, if you're interested in the run, you can of course always watch the world record how it works. So 4 times you open abobo, so he's coming out. You use the whip in both directions. In the moment when you kill this girl, there's coming another girl from the down part. Like all enemies like spawn new enemies. So when you kill one enemy, another enemy is coming in the screen. They all need 4 attacks. Abobo needs like 2 times 4 attacks. Here you have to try to bring this guy in front, because he always tries to be behind you. and that causes time. This is like the way, and if you do it correctly, this guy is like coming straight to you. If not, you have to wait, throw, and then directly jump, so he's not running away. Because they have the situation that they can actually run away from you, and you don't want that. So in the moment when they come up from the attack, you can actually attack them again. So they are not running away, you can hit them, and that's how the technique works. This is mission 1, and then we're already done with mission 1 and we go into mission 2. Just pressing pause here to explain something in mission 2. So the key to get a really good mission 2 is there are 2 guys who have a dynamite in their hand. And the best thing, like to save the most time in this stage, is to use the dynamite that they're running into it. And if you're lucky, you bring the 3 enemies, what is 1 girl and 2 guys, into the situation that they are running all together in the dynamite and get explode and killed. Each enemy you kill here spawns new enemies on the way, and in total we have 6 enemies in the first screen until we got into the next screen. There are also items on the way, like the wimp you see. Then we have a baseball racket, what we can use. And well, interesting thing about Double Dragon is like one guy is like picking up the baseball racket, and if you are like taking him out, like he's losing it, then one of the 2 guys on the screen will always try to get this baseball racket. And you can see like he's directly going for that. He's not interested to you. He first wants the baseball racket and then he goes for you. So you can actually force them, like they come, the one is coming for you and the other one's coming for the baseball racket. So you can set up yourself in the direction of the baseball racket and then just attack them every time. They're like walking into your attacks. And yeah, second place is the same. So let's do first the first one. So we always start by hitting the girl. The guy here has the dynamite. If he throws it, it explodes. And then you have no chance anymore to pick it up. This guy is running away because he actually wants to get the baseball racket. So that's why he's running away. And then he comes again, and after you kill this guy, he will also spawn another guy. So yeah, the fastest way is, like I said, to kill them with dynamite. As more you kill with dynamite, as faster you finish the screen. And as you can see, this guy was now chasing the baseball racket. Now this guy is chasing the baseball racket. And after you killed all the 6, there's like, you see, this was like number 5 because this was the guy from the beginning what was running until here, and each guy of the first 3 spawns another guy of 3. So yeah, you try to get the dynamite to your fingers so that you are having it, because then it's not exploding. Then you try to set up these guys, and you saw I was killing like 2 of them. So the best is like killing all 3. And then just in the moment when they go up, you just hit them again so they have no chance. And then you try to set all 3 up in the situation to get them all with the same attack. And that was like a really, really good first screen. We killed 2 of 3 with the dynamite. Perfect, it's like all 3. And we lined them up in the same situation because one was chasing for the baseball racket, the other one were chasing for you. And then you could actually, with your jump, you could hit all 3 together in the same time. And that makes it, of course, easier because you need only 1 attack to get 2 or 3 of them. And that makes the screen, of course, faster. So the next screen, we have another guy with dynamite. In the moment when you have 3 enemies on the screen, here in this level, it starts to lag. So the best thing is when there are 3 to kill one as fast as possible. So it's not so slow, like it really stops a little bit, you really feel it. So what I always do is like I take the dynamite out of the guy, and then there comes another guy from the left, and I throw the dynamite to the left, so the guy from the left directly gets killed, and then I focus on the two guys. And if you kill one of the two guys with brown skin and red hair, there comes another enemy spawning. So you have in total, you have 4 enemies you have to kill on the next screen before you come to the end boss screen, what is super easy. Because you lose, in this game you lose a lot of gaps, like gaps and water, to kill the enemies instead of just fighting them. So yeah. So you go here in the top, and then you try to get this dynamite, and then you see this guy is coming, and you throw it, and then he's directly dead, and you have only 2, so it lags not so much. And one of the 2 guys, if you kill them, then another enemy is coming from the top here, and there are 2 ways: you let him come down, or you just throwing him down. And the cool thing is, when you're throwing him down, that he is still, like, he's not laying on the ground. And the 4th one is like staying here and kicking the guys out. Here, that they are like coming for you. This is like kind of the stage. It's kind of simple. If they are like, if there's no enemy on the ground, yeah, they always chase you, and you try to kick them down. And after this guy, the end boss is coming for you. And if there would be still a girl on the screen, the end boss, the girl have to be despawned. Now you just wait for him and kick him also down, and the bonus point thing comes. So yeah, kind of easy. Like I said, I will show you that screen again completely from the beginning to the back. I just resume it now. So first thing in mission 2 is I'll just start here. Mission 2, try to kill all 3 first enemies with the dynamite if possible. 2 would be great, especially the guys, because the girl is kind of easier to chase. I don't know why. And then the next 3, then you go up, then you use the dynamite. You can actually also use the dynamite to kill the 2 guys, the two other guys to the right. But since the left guy is coming for you, it's easier to just throw the dynamite to him. I had situations where I could kill all 3 with the dynamite at the same time. And instead of attacking them, the dynamite kills them directly, so it helps. And yeah, there comes another guy from the top. And every time when you kick somebody a platform down, instead of lying on the ground, he continues staying, but he got the hit. So I think every enemy in this screen needs 6 hits. And then you go on the top, and then you just position yourself to kick all the enemies the gap down, mostly by a roundhouse kick. Sometimes they can even hit you and kick you out of the ground, and then you just lose a life. But there are 2 things. If there's still a girl over you and it's not chasing you, the guy will come like not straight to you. He will come to the direction of the girl and then come slowly down for you, so it's a time loss. So that's why I always try to kill every enemy there. Since then the guys are coming like diagonal directly to you and you're not losing time. And then if there's still a girl in the top and you hear the end boss music, it doesn't matter. The end boss is coming for you directly, mostly, I think. And if there's still an enemy on the screen and you kill the end boss, you have to wait until this one enemy is out of the screen. So when you see somebody on the screen and you killed the end boss, you have to go in the opposite direction when he's moving, so he's getting faster out of the screen. In the moment when he's out of the screen, the bonus point screen is coming, and then you go and continue to the next mission. So yeah, I show you this again like in a fast way. Yeah, we of course want that the dynamite is killing somebody. Big reset point, especially when you're aiming for a really good time. You actually want that these guys are getting killed by the dynamite. Yeah, and they can be really annoying because they run behind you, as you see, and like this guy is like coming from the behind and the other girl is coming from the front, and that can be really annoying and can cause a lot of time. the chasing of them. You can also bring them into this position. But yeah, it's kind of tricky because you have to bring them in a good pace together. You can, even when you have like the dynamite in your hand, you can still make the kick, like the back flip kick and the double buttons kick, like the attack kick here, the jump kick, to set them up that they are actually in the same position. So maybe like you see, now I got two of them. It can take some time, but it's definitely faster than killing just one to set them up a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit tricky, and you of course lose time when they are kicking you out. Yeah, if you're the baseball racket, they always chase you, and it's always better to have them running for the baseball racket than having it in your hand here, so you're not losing any time. Yeah, you can actually kill also these two guys. Like I said, I prefer that this guy is like running into it and then it stops lagging, and then you just have to focus on these two. And as I was explaining in the first level, it's always better that you get both into your way, that they're like lined up, so you don't even lose time. And in the moment when they get up, you just attack them if you can, and they always run away. That causes time. You go here on the down part, so you can jump here up, then you can kick the girl out, you can kick the guy out. And then the next enemies are coming. You position yourself here. In the moment when you kill the girl, the guy will come directly for you, not anymore like he would not come for you directly. They only come directly for you when there's no other screen. If there's no other enemy. If there's another enemy on the screen, they are not coming directly for you. So if there's a girl on the top, they come like straight, like, and then down to you. But yeah, I always try to get everybody out, and then I just make the roundhouse kick, what is kind of easy there. And yeah, this is mission 2. Super simple. The first two missions definitely for me, from the watching, not so hard. Dynamite makes a big thing here, and with every mission you get more enemies, get knives, wimp, all the stuff. You can throw stones. We have more enemies. Now we are in mission 3, and in mission 3 you have 3 of the normal guys, and when you kill them, then you have like 3 with red hair guys, and then next screen you have 3, like a girl, a normal guy, and a red hair guy all together. And when you kill these 3, they're becoming another girl, another guy, like the same spawning again. Like I said, it's like a copy of the arcade from the enemy spawning. And what we are using in this screen or in this mission a lot will be kicking enemies into the water, or throwing them down a cliff, like into a gap, so we don't have to fight them. And then we have the green Abobo as the end boss, and then we are already in mission 4. So the tactic, since the enemies have more health in this screen, is like the best. Like you need 2 attacks to bring them down. What I mostly recommend is 1 punching, and then 1 with 2 buttons jump kick. So they are like needing that 3 times, and I think the 4th time you just need 1 normal jump kick, or one hit with the fist, and then they're down. So for the first 3 guys, 1 has a knife. The best thing is to box him and then kick him with the jump kick down, so he loses his knife. You pick up the knife and then you throw it at him, and one of the guys will go for the dynamite. And there is another cool thing again. If you would bring this dynamite into position, you can actually kill a lot of these enemies in the same time. I had luckily the situation once to kill all 3 with 1 dynamite. That was a big huge time save. And then you go to the next screen, and there we have another guy with a knife, what you again box and kick out, and then throw the knife at him if you can. And then one of the guys is going out of the screen again to get a baseball racket. And I was telling you that everybody needs like 2 attacks, but funny is when you're using the baseball racket, what is kind of funny, you just need 1 attack and then he's like landing on the ground again. Like you see him getting hit, like you see he's not falling on the ground, but with the baseball racket, he's then falling on the ground even when you didn't hit him twice. So it makes it easier to kill them with the baseball racket. The girls always need just 1 hit, but the men need 2 hits. And then we come to the part with the water part. I will explain that later when we are there. But yeah, in the beginning, like I said, you just try to get the knife of this guy. If you're not fast enough, he's throwing it. And the guy you see there in the top, he's going for the dynamite right now. And yeah, he can throw it or you try to get it from him, but mostly he will throw it. He's like lining up, and then when he's lined up, he throws it, as you can see. So it will be hard to avoid this situation. So you start always like trying to get this knife out of this guy, and then you can throw it at one of the guys. And then you should focus on getting double hits at the screen. So when the screen is closed, for example, you can actually get double hits on them. So when they're like standing there, you can actually get in here with a double kick, and that's very important in some parts of the game. But yeah, the best is always kick and hit when they are not there. You need always 2 hits. Yeah, and each enemy spawns then another enemy. And when they are like this, you can actually kill them, hit them with two hits in the corner. And that's mostly the last guy. So always 1 punch and then 1 hit, or an airbow or whatever. And this is the double hit I was mentioning that you try to do a lot. And then you come to the next screen, and there's another guy with a knife. This guy. You take up the knife, you hit him. And then this guy, as I was saying, he's going for the baseball racket. You always focus here on the girl, because the girl comes from the other side of the screen, from the left side, and the guys are coming from the right side of the screen. So you want actually to spawn the girl as fast as possible, so they're all lined up. And then you take the baseball racket and you use it to throw them away. And then you force the girl to go to the other side. And yeah, kill the girl and then use the baseball. As you can see, you hit them and then they fall down. And normally you need like 2 hits, but with the baseball racket you need just 1 hit. And you see he's dead. And this is like the water part, and I will explain that again. We will just play until this part here right now. So as you can see, I work a lot with the water. So I show you again the beginning, and then we make a save state here. So kind of simple. Get the items what the enemies have, so they have less power. Focus on them. Always attack them. Try to bring them always in the direction where the screen is. Get double hits if you can. And as you see, I was killing both of them. So I got 2 enemies out without fighting them. And it's kind of annoying how they are really walking, but you have no other choice than accepting it. And he's needing 1 more hit. And he's dead. Here you directly go for the middle guy. Get the knife. Let him take the baseball racket. Focus on the girl, because he will come back. And the worst thing is when this girl is like going out of the screen, because you will definitely lose time. You always try to bring the enemies to the right side from you, because you have to always go to the right side. So yeah, as I was saying, you are focusing on the girl because the girl will spawn from the right side of the screen. So yeah, each enemy is spawning another one, and then you just the same thing. You try to bring the girl to the other side with elbows. So you're focusing on this. And they always try to corner you, one on the left, one on the right side, like in a real fight. You don't want to be completely to the left, by the way. And the same thing if the baseball racket is on the ground. They always try to chase it. And I lost a lot of time just because of that. And I lost the item because I was going to the next screen. So in the next part we are using a lot of the situation that we are close to the water. There's water, and when you kick them into the water, they are directly dead. So there's one guy in the tree you saw. He will come down. You will stay very to the right side of the bridge, and then you make a roundhouse kick twice to kick him into the water. Then you go on purpose into the water because Abobo is behind you. And when you go into the water, Abobo will be in front of you. And it's super hard to bring Abobo in front of you when you are not dying there. So you just go into the water, spawn behind him, and then boxing him twice or 3 times and then kicking him into the water part. Then you make the jump kick to go over the water, and there will be coming a lot of enemies. The first one is a girl with a whip, and you will attack the girl with a whip, take the whip out, go close to the water, let them all come to you, and then throw them by the whip or by roundhouse kick or whatever into the water, so they all die. And yeah, it's kind of simple, but yeah, you ignore here the Abobo, you go for this guy, and then you make a roundhouse kick normally. You can also make it like this, go in the water, and then just you don't have to worry about continues, like I said. Here's the girl with a whip. And then you just go here to the corner, let them come. And the funny thing, what I was just showing right now, is when you fall into the water with the whip in the hand, you will have the whip still in the hand. But if the whip is falling into the water, if you're like losing it because somebody is attacking you, the whip is gone. But if you get into the water, like getting killed, you still have the whip. I don't know why is it like this, but it's like this. So the last enemy is actually the Abobo. He needs 2 hits, and when he's in the water, whenever, we get the thump again. So this is like screen number 2. Now comes screen number 3, and in that screen, I will show you again screen number 2 in a second, but in that screen we use the big gap. We ignore these guys. Here's a gap. We cannot fall, as you can see, and then we just wait for them and throw them into the gap. So these guys are like locked there, so you have to force them into the gap, as you can see. But yeah, we go for that in a second. So again, this guy comes from the top. You just go here, make 2 roundhouse kicks, and then he's in the water, and then you just hit Abobo also in the water. This is like the best strat. Wait for the girl with whip, get the whip, and then just go here, use the whip, kill them all, throw them in the water, wait for the next enemies, and the last enemy will be mostly then the Abobo. And you always use this kind of thing. This girl needs 2 hits, this guy 1. And then there comes another normal guy and an Abobo. And yeah, just wait here, let them come, and throw them in the water. And go to the right. And this is screen number 2. So like I said, screen number 3, you use the gap. You focus that they come for you, bring them with a roundhouse kick, watching to the right, doing the roundhouse kick to the left, that they are coming to the right side of you, and then use the jump kick to kick them out of the gap. There are 2 enemies in the beginning, then the 2 red guys coming after, and then 2 abobos. And for the abobos we need a special situation like with the water. We have to kill ourselves when they come for us, so we are spawning behind them. So one of them is staying on the right side, you box them 2 times and then you make a jump kick and maybe you hit them 1 or 2 times. Get them out of the gap. Another guy will be staying behind of you, another abobo. You kill yourself again, spawn behind him, box him to the wall, like box him to the gap, kick him down, and then screen 3 is done. And then we have another screen where we wait for guys to come up for us, and what we do, we kick them down. And the best thing is if you have like 0 lives, that you are killing yourself there in the part. I will show you. So you spawn again with 2 lives. It's better to have 2 lives in the last mission than to have less lives, because yeah, pressing continue takes time. But yeah, first this screen and then the next screen and then the end boss. Actually kind of easy. You can use the stone, but it's not necessary in this one. You just go here and then you just wait for them, and then you are trying to get these guys into the gap. And as fast as you can get them into the gap, they are bringing the other enemies. So you want them to be in front, as you can see, so you can kick them down. And each time when you're killing an enemy, the next enemy is coming, and of course you want to spawn the next enemy as fast as possible. As you can see, he's always like going like this way. Here we have a Bobo. You just go down, then you spawn behind him, you wait that he's like close to the gap, kick him out, and then you wait for the next Bobo. Mostly he could be already there. You wait that he's close to you, you just jump down, force him to go to the gap and make a double kick, and then this is the screen. There come 2 guys now. You force them to go down, so then you box them 3 times and kick them out of the gap. Super simple. Then you go here to the top, so the next guys are coming, and there are 6 guys I think coming before the end boss is spawning. So this is number 3. You like spawning them, you go here close, then you are waiting that he's close to the gap and use 3 times boxing, and then there is coming 2 more guys. The boss is spawning when you kick the guy down the gap or kill him what is looking close to you. Like when you kill this guy here, the end boss is actually spawning, and the best tactic is like here jumping into the death and get the life, and then taking out a Bobo. And a Bobo mostly is like 3 boxing and 1 jump button, or 1 time the stone and the jump button. So yeah, whatever happens, if you still have the stone possibility, cool. 3 jump buttons, like 3 times jumping. Use the situation that you are close to the screen what is not moving anymore, and that's mission number 3. But I will show you again from here this part, so just to show you again what is very important. As fast as you kill the enemies at the gap here, both, as faster the next one are spawning, as more time you are saving. So if you can actually kill them really fast, like this, fast enough. So you just wait, because they have to come to you anyway, and yeah, bring them into the position that they are in front of you, what I mostly do by roundhouse kicks, and then just throw them both out of the screen. That was really fast. And then the 2 Abobos, you kill yourself on purpose, and then you have 0 lives mostly, and when you have 0 lives you just kill yourself by jumping later into the gap. So this guy is dead, you kill yourself again, so you spawn behind them. It's very important that you spawn behind them. because it was super difficult to bring them into the position in front of you when they are behind you. So you just kill yourself on purpose. You force these guys to go down here in the situation, so they can fall into the gap. You have 0 lives normally. And then you, in the moment, when you hear the boss music, like when you kill this guy, what is looking similar to you, like you go up and to spawn them and they go down again, so they are like super fast dead. Maybe some of this guys locked, I'm not sure, because normally they're coming 2 guys, but don't see them. Maybe I made something wrong. Maybe he killed himself, I don't know. But yeah, normally it's like when you kill this guy here, the end boss music is starting, and then I just jump here, take the life, the continue, and then I can focus on Abobo and having 2 lives. Throw the stone or kick, or 3 times boxing, for example, and a kick. Yeah, or like using the possibility to attack him on the screen here, what is not moving anymore, with double hits. And here we have the situation that we have to wait that this guy goes out of the screen, and then the bonus is actually coming. So this was mission 3, kind of the explanation. Summary: first guys, 1 boxing and 1 jump attack, or two attacks. Using the knives, what the guys have, to attack them, using the dynamite to kill enemies, using the baseball racket to hit the guys, what you only need 1 hit, and then it's like counting like 2 hits. The second screen part, kill the girl first, so the other girl spawns from the left, so, and then try to force everybody to the right, so you're not so far away anymore when you are like killing the last enemy. Then we have the water part. There's 1 guy in the tree. You try to get him close to you and make 2 roundhouse kicks. So you kick him in the water. Then you go on purpose into the water. So you spawn behind the Abobo, then forcing him to go to the right and punching him 2-3 times, and then 1 jump kick to kick him into the water. Jump with the jump kick over the water part where you killed the guys. Get the whip from the girl. Force them to come on the place close to the water. Use the whip to kill them, or use the roundhouse kick, whatever it's feeling better. When you are getting into the water killed with the whip, then you still have the whip. If the whip is going into the water without you, you don't have the whip anymore, and you have to use normal attacks to kick them into the water. Wait until everybody is killed and you throw everybody to the water. Then you have the thumb to the right. There's also a strat with when it's like still the normal guy, not the Abobo guy or whatever, you can force them to attack them to the right, but I think it's not faster. But in that case, you spawn closer to the right side, and the enemies are not running so far to you. They're like more running closer to the gap part where you kill them. Yeah, you have to try out. Anyway, it's like easier to kill them in the water and then go to the right side. Then we have 2 normal guys, 2 red guys, and 2 Abobos, all killing them at the gap. Then they're coming the guys up, force them that they are very close to the bridge down. So there's a green bridge, and you bring them that they are very close to the bridge, like really on the way, almost that they would fall down. They jump up, let them come down, box them 3 times so they fall into the gap. Just let them spawn, and when there is another guy who's looking similar to you, you kill them, and the other guy, depends how much lives you have. If you already lost lives before, you can still continue. If you have still 1 life, I always say best thing is like having 0 lives there. And then you just jump into the gap, so you spawn on the bridge and ignore the 1 guy with the red hair just behind you. He could actually like even try to jump up, and then he's like locked there, or he's spawning in the wall on the top on the way. Some funny situations can happen. And then you go for a Bobo with 3 boxing and 1 jump button, or you force him to be close to the screen what is not moving anymore, and then you just make 3 jump attacks, 2 like a double attack with a jump to get 2 of him, 2 hits, and then another one to get him out. And then if there's still an enemy on the screen, you have to wait until he's going out, and that is mission number 3. So, and the mission number 4, the first thing what we are actually doing is, you see normally on the right side of our screen in the top that there's blinking press start, so you can actually always join as a second player in this game. Now it's not blinking anymore. I will show you what happens if you would die here, because normally you have continuous, right? But what happens now? You have a game over. You are out. There is no more continue, and that made this game impossible to beat in the time, as long as you didn't know a special cheat code. So you had like 2 lives, maybe if you're lucky 3 lives, and you had to try to finish the game from now. And each time you lose your lives and you don't beat the boss in the end, it's super risky, right? So there is actually a trick to get back the continues, and that means you have to make 10 roundhouse kicks here. And when you make 10 roundhouse kicks here, you will see that the press start is coming back from the second player. And that means you have continues again. And that is the first thing you definitely have to do here. If you are crazy enough and you're good enough, you can try not to take the continue thing. I don't know how much time it is, like 10 seconds. But if you really want to crush the world record, you don't go for that. And you go for the 2 lives you have and try to beat the game by this. Definitely a time save, but yeah. The end boss can shoot at you with a gun, and in the moment when you get hit by the gun, you're directly dead. Even when you have like 5 HP still, you're dead. So I don't recommend that. And yeah. First thing what you do is always doing the roundhouse kicks to get the credits, and then you continue to the right side. So yeah, this is the continue trick. Now we go to the next part. We use the guys who are like hitting them, use the knife, throw him, then he gets attacked again, and then we box and jump. And if we do it on the right side, we will not get hit anymore. Here we still got hit a little bit, but we passed the screen very fast. As you can see, normally you have to wait for that. Here you take the dynamite again, you throw the dynamite, and then you just kill him. These are the screens from the beginning until we are reaching the 2 abobos. I will make a save state later here. I'll just show you again everything from the beginning, so you understand how it works. So you avoid to get hit by these stones. You make 10 roundhouse kicks here. You can even count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You see the push start, so you can go to the right side. There's 1 enemy, and these guys, they are like trying to kill you. You just use it to your advantage. You throw that, didn't even hit him. That was dumb. But yeah, you have to hit him. Then you have, then he gets hit again by these guys from the top. And then you have to hit him on the way to the right. So the screen opens in the moment when you're on the right side. And that makes it faster. Otherwise you would have to wait for the stones. So yeah, I will show you the fast way. So he gets hit again. And then you make it like this, so he's still like blinking, and then you just pass all the stones. Otherwise you would have to wait for them. There's like these 3 stones, but if you're like doing it like this, you can actually pass them. And here you use the dynamite to your advantage. You throw it, and then you go on the top. And then the abobos are coming there. So actually super simple screens. If you miss to kill the guy on the way after, like the first guy, what you had the knife on the way, you have to wait for the stones. There's like coming 1 first row, 1 second row, and 1 fourth row. You have to wait for them, otherwise you can go. But yeah, not so much time loss, but definitely good time save if you are doing it on the way, because he's still blinking by dying. You use the time to move to the right, so you're actually in the moment when the screen opens, you're there and you can pass the stones that they're not even attacking you, and you have a no-stop situation. Then the dynamite guy, he gets hit by the spare guys, you use the dynamite, throw it to him, he explodes, and you go to this part. We have 2 Abobos in the wall. Abobos here very strong, you hit them 3 times with boxing and then 1 jump, or you need 3 jump attacks to get them on the ground. They are cornering you. When you kill the Abobos, there will come the guys with the red hair. One is like going for a knife, tries to hit you, he's doing that twice. Let him pick up the knife, because he can actually also hit the enemy you are fighting in that moment. Or you take the knife out of him and hit him, so they are weaker. And after the 2 guys with the red hair, there will come another Abobo on the right side. Like, we have 2 Abobos, then there is coming 1 Abobo and 1 with the red hair. Then when you kill the Abobo mostly, because the other guy is always going for the knife, there is coming another guy with red hair, and the guy who's always going for the knife mostly, like the first guy, when you kill him, there will be spawning another Abobo, so you have like 6 enemies here again in the screen. And depends how much life you lost, you should take a continue if you have 0 lives. If you have 1 life, you go to the screen, or 2 lives. But yeah, it depends how much energy you already lost. If you have 0 lives, you just run here down to the spikes and use a credit and spawn again and have 2 lives again, because it's very important. Because every time when you lose a life on normal way, you have the sound, I don't know, I cannot do it, and it takes time until you spawn again. So it's definitely faster to go into the spikes and spawn again instead of waiting that you get killed. So I also recommend this strat in the end boss situation. If you see like 5 red bars, like 5 live red bars, just go into the spikes and take the death. It's faster than fighting and continuing. But yeah, it's a strategy I will show you later. So here we have the Abobos. They come out of the walls, and you see that they're chasing you. And if you can, try to get 2 hits with the jump button into him. They were always coming behind you. Don't get grabbed from the Abobos, because when you get grabbed, they throw you around, and it could be a never-ending story. Because yeah, as you see, they make a ton of damage, and when they throw you, actually, yeah, you have lost already. So I killed the guy who spawned the other Abobo. Now you bring this Abobo to the corner, and the other guy has the knife, as you can see. And we use the situation that the screen is blocked. And now we are trying to get the knife, so we can hit him. Now he's going for another knife. Now comes the other guy with the red hair. We use the screen again. They need always 3 jump attacks. They're totally overpowered. And if we kill the guy who has the knife right now in his hand, then he's spawning another Abobo. So this guy is just alive, and he would spawn the next Abobo. So he killed me. You see how much time I actually lose because of that. So if you want, you can also just run into the spikes if you see you are close to die. It's definitely faster. And now we spawn 1 more Abobo here, and then you use another time the screen that is not moving, and depends how much life you have. You just walk into the spikes. I will just show you that right now after I beat the Abobo, but this is the fastest way. Just make double hit attack and then just walk here, so you spawn again, and then use the continue if you have 0 lives, and then we come to the screen. So I will show you again the screen before, and then I will explain you before we come here into the room what you have to do to spawn the end boss. And then we are already done with the whole game. So, game here again. The 2 Abobos you spawn, there are 2 ways. You just box them. One wants to go to the right side, one wants to go to the left side. If they want to corner you, it doesn't matter. You can do this strat here. Just box them 5 times, like left and right, if you feel more comfortable with that. But you can also use like jump attacks and don't get grabbed by them. try to get 2 hits maybe, or 2 boxes, try to get them both together with hitting. So we killed both of them. This Abobo will spawn. You use the corner situation, so you make 3 jump attacks here. Don't be too close to him, because then he's attacking you. The knife was hitting me. That is really bad. He will always go for a knife, as you can hopefully see in a moment. Now he goes for the knife. Let him go for the knife. And if you are good enough, there are 2 ways. Let him throw, that he's maybe hitting the enemy of you, or take the knife out of him. Whatever you prefer. So you saw, he hit the enemy. That is of course better than attacking him. And now you're just focusing on hitting him, bringing him to the right side, so when the Abobo is actually spawning, you don't lose actually any time. Yeah, and now the Abobo is coming. And as I said, if you have still 1 life, continue walking. If you have 0 lives, just go down to the spikes and use the continue to have 2 lives again. So, actually a very simple situation. And now the screen spawns into this direction. And now we come to the last screen actually of the game. And for the last screen, we have 1 Abobo, 1 guy with red hair and 1 normal guy. You have to kill the normal guy. And when you kill the normal guy, then there will spawn 1 of the guys who's looking similar to you on the top, and this guy you have to kill too. And when you kill these 2 enemies, the boss will spawn with his machine gun. So the attacks of the other guys you already know from playing, and the boss has the following attack. He can attack you with his machine gun by hitting you. He can kick you with his foot, and he can shoot at you. And what I mostly do is like I box him 3 times in his face and then use a jump kick. He has the same situation like in Abobo. You need 3 jump kicks to bring him down. And the best thing is to bring him into the right corner, for example. And if you get hit by his machine gun, of course you directly lose a life. And if you see that your HP is very low, you have like red bars, just walk into the spikes when you're close to it and take a death, because you have the extra lives and the continues anyway, so you're spawning faster. The normal guy is running away from you, chase him and try to hit him. Sometimes the enemies are going to the down part, like they are like here on the other side, and then you have the problem that you have to be very close to attack them, and you see like too close to that you already fall down, and that can be super annoying. So yeah, you have to chase them that they are more on the top part. So you are just chasing this guy here. He needs 2 hits, like mostly it's the best is like boxing and jumping. And ignore the other guys, because this guy spawns the next guy, and when we kill the next guy, here what is coming from the top, this guy, then he's spawning actually the end boss. So ignore Abobo, and this is like the best position what can happen, because the other guys are just there. And then the end boss is coming, you go for him, he's coming, you have the double dragon music, he's going to the right, so you follow him. You have red HP as you can see, so I just, instead of dying, and then he just killed me. And imagine you have just 2 lives, you would be dead now and it would be a game over. And yeah, if he gets you with his weapon, you directly die. So you always try to bring him into the corner, but if he has you in the corner, you have a problem. So yeah, try to ignore the other guys. So I died again. I think he needs like 5 times to be down to die. And then you have to wait until these guys go out, and then the game is done. And when bonus point is coming, the time stops and the speedrun is done. And then you have this wonderful ending that your girlfriend is happy and kisses you and you are done. We do the last room again. I'll show you again. Important thing is to focus on the end boss with the machine gun. Don't be too close. Like, punch him in the face 1, 2, 3 times, jump at him, but don't be too close because he's always kicking you and forces you to stay on the ground and shoots at you. And to kill him really fast, you need some distance and know in which situation you have to jump to him. So yeah, we do this again. We are chasing this guy to the right side. We ignore the other guys. In the moment, if you would kill, like this was what I was like mentioning before, when they're going to a place where you don't want to have him here, because when he's like there, you always have the problem to hit him. Here you can make like just roundhound kicks. They always come for you. He is running away again, so it's really annoying. And if you would kill these other guys, the Abobo and the red guy, another good guy, like these guys are like much stronger, would spawn, and you don't want that because they have the same attacks like you, like Billy and Jimmy. And this is the throwing thing, what I was explaining, what can happen. And you definitely don't want this situation to have it, that Abobo is killing you. So yeah, let's do this screen again. It was really bad from my side. But yeah, try to chase this guy by boxing and jumping. Let the other guys alive because they're definitely easier to handle than these karate guys, let's say them. They're stronger. And just, yeah. If they run away, follow them and try to get this guy out, ignore the other guys. Hopefully they are just having a bad position. And when this guy is dead, focus on the boss. Ignore the Abobo, ignore the guy with the red guy. If he goes to the right, follow him to the right. Make a double jump attack. You see, like I have red HP, so I just go kill myself. And then just maybe you can corner him. 1, 2, 3, and then one jump attack is always the best. Because you see, like when you are like very close to him, he will always kick you and he will always let you on the ground. So there's no use to be too close to him. So as you can see, you really lose really quickly your lives and your HP because he's never stopping. And especially when you're in the corner, you have no chance to come out, really. So like I said, the safe strat would be just to be a little bit far away, box at him, and then make jump kicks to him, and then wait that the enemies are going out of the screen, depends where they're going. Takes longer time, takes shorter time. Was not a good last screen. Let's try to show another time a really good last screen. I will try to focus to really in the boxing situation. So focus on this guy, go on the other guy, focus there. Just he's always coming here, make the roundhouse kicks. Ignore what the other guys are going for. If they kill you, it can happen. Focus on this guy. Get double hits, maybe. And now just make 3 hits, for example. 1, 2, and then maybe a double hit. Don't be too close to him. And just kill myself to get the continue. Didn't want the second one. You need 3 jump hits to kill him. Or you make 3 boxing. And you don't want that he's like going in this part, because he's like getting out of the screen. So as you can see, it's super annoying with this guy. especially when the other guys are around, and especially when you get shooted from him. So you cannot use the Abobo tactic, because mostly he's like shooting at you or kicking at you. That was not so bad, can be still better. I do it one more time and then we are done with the explanation, and then it's up to you to get a speedrun of Double Dragon. So you see they're running away, really annoying, but you have to go for him. There's no other choice. This guy is the key to get the next guy. Now you're going for this guy. Maybe you get some double hits. Ignore the other guys. But I really hate when they're like here in the corner. So he killed me, yay! Really bad. Now the best thing is like when they're staying here in the corner, because then you can just kill them. And then we go for the boss. He's going to the other side, so you let him go. And he's making a lot of damage. You can also just make 5 hits with the boxing, as you were seeing. Or you make like 1 hit with the boxing and then double hit with a jumping attack. But the best is like 3 boxings and 1 jump attack. And if you are close to dying, just use the continue by falling into the spikes. Go always a little bit away. And yeah, don't get cornered, that's all. And he's dead. That was a fast kill. And now you have to wait that this guy are out. I think you have the idea how to play this. And now time stops. So this is a speedrun of Double Dragon for the Sega Master System. I hope I explained enough for the whole game and that you have enough strats to get a good time. I think in the beginning you should aim for 15 or 14 minute speedrun, later maybe a 13. Yeah, and sub 13 should be the big end goal of this speedrun. And yeah, some beat 'em ups have really bad situations, like best beat 'em up situation Double Dragon is you have always the enemy in the right spot. You kill a lot of enemies by hitting them in the same time, by the jump kick, or you use the dynamite, or things like that. Or the end boss is always going into the right direction. You can be get very frustrated because of the enemies running away from you. Running away from you, because they want that you wait actually, so they come slowly to you. But yeah, it's actually a game from my youth, that's why I was learning it, the speedrun. And world record in the moment is 12 minutes 47 seconds. 41 seconds by me. You see that in the split time. And yeah, I wish everybody good luck with this speedrun, and I think I explained all the strats what are important to get a fast time. And maybe if you want to have a really good time, you just ignore the continue situation, what is like, I don't know, 10-15 seconds you lose in the beginning of this level, but then you have to play with 2 lives and you have to be super risky strats, like you have to be really careful that you don't lose your life, and you have to be always not getting killed in the last boss fight. So it can be risky, but can be done. And maybe one day I go for that, but yeah, in the moment that's how I play this game. And like I said, I got a 1241 and definitely a 12.3x possible. But for that was it for me. And this is Double Dragon for the Sega Master System, 1-player mode, any %. And I wish you all a good day, good morning or good evening, and I hope you are enjoying this game and this speedrun, and I see you in the next tutorial or in the next stream for a new game. So bye bye, and thank you for watching this tutorial.